Hey there, Alex Kidman, and today I'm taking a look at the Amazon Echo Buds Gen 2. And like so many things that Amazon puts its own logo on, these are a low-cost pair of headphones, true wireless buds, if you will. The second generation of them, with a few refinements over the first gen models. Here in Australia, they will run you $149 for a USB-C charging set, or $199 if you also want wireless charging on board. One nice feature here is there's no particular difference beyond that wireless charging. You're just paying that extra fee for wireless charging, so you're not getting different sound quality or different feature sets or anything like that. So here they are in the box. Let's talk about what I like. And we'll start with the box because it does show off one thing that I do like about them, which is their very, very simple design. You really wouldn't pick that these were Amazon ones compared to just about anything else. I don't even know if the camera will pick it up, but there's a tiny Amazon Smile logo. It's almost rubbed off on my review pair. And that's it, because when you open them up, they are just a simple little set of black buds like this. You get a bunch of different shaped ear tips to go with them for best fit, and that is really rather important, because if you get the wrong tips in your ears, they're going to sound like rubbish. They're really not going to work that well at all. That also plays into one of the other features, which is active noise cancelling. Now, in terms of audio quality for a sub $200 pair, they're reasonable. They're not the punchiest I've ever heard, but then I have also tested a lot of premium headphones, and it's a big mistake, I think, to say, oh, well, these are terrible because they're not like the Sony XM4s or the AirPods Pro or things like that, because those are in a different price category. In the sub $200 space, they're not real standouts for sure, but they're perfectly adequate, fairly flat. I wouldn't really be throwing high-res audio at them because there's no real support, but they're adequate enough. Now, let's get to the cons, and the first one may or may not be a con to you. It certainly sort of is to me, and I think for a lot of Australians it might be, and that's that being Amazon, they're based around Amazon's Alexa assistant. Now, why is that an issue? Well, simply because here in Australia, we're a Google nation in terms of smart speakers, in terms of assistants, not so much an Alexa one. And if you're not in that Alexa world, you're adding another assistant to your phone, whether or not you're on an Android or an iPhone. You'll need the Alexa app to actually set these up and to get these running. And obviously, you'll need to invoke Alexa with a voice command or with taps on the earbuds. Not so useful if you're not in that space. And Alexa has some interesting functionality, but not always kind of the best in market in some ways, in my view, especially for some of its pickup of some of the things I've tried to get it to do. It's especially odd on iOS, but then that's Apple, really, not so much Amazon at fault. They do have active noise cancelling, which is quite a nice get for headphones in this price bracket, but the active noise cancelling is not particularly spectacular. I do have to caveat that usually for active noise cancelling, I jump on a plane and test them there. That's your classic environment for testing that kind of feature. Obviously, at the moment with pandemics and the like, I'm not doing that. So all I've been able to test is for these against fans and car noise and things like that. And look, the active noise cancelling is there, but it's not particularly strong. I wouldn't be buying them on the basis of their active noise cancelling. Like an awful lot of similar buds, these use tap controls in your ears while you're trying to play music or pick up phone calls or what have you. And my one issue with that, and this is not unique to these buds, is that if you do have to adjust them in your ears, and I find no matter the buds, I'm adjusting them at some point, whether I'm jogging or if I'm even just sitting at my desk working, you're probably going to tap and you're going to pause your music or potentially even kill off a phone call. I've had to be really careful there. And that's a taste matter as well. Battery life is absolutely dead set on the average. Amazon reckons about 5 hours battery life out of them. And yes, you can get that, but that's not exceptional within its battery class. So should you buy them? Well, it really hinges on Alexa, I think. For their price, they're perfectly reasonable. They're not really massive standouts, but they're reasonably priced. And of course, being Amazon, they have specials on these things all the time. So if you were keen, it might be smart to kind of wait a little while, see if they drop some price. As I'm recording this, the wireless variants are on special here in Australia. The regular ones, not so much. But that could change by the time you're watching this, of course. If you have Alexa in your home, if you use Alexa for a lot of your other smart devices, then yeah, they're a good companion piece. They're reasonable, low cost. The audio is fine. If you're not, I would probably look elsewhere, because I think in that sub $200 space, there's a lot of competitors from the likes of Sony and JBL that maybe do audio a little bit better. Maybe you're a little bit less fussy about having the app on board for setup. Anyway, that's my quick take on the Amazon Echo Buds Gen 2. What do you think? Have you got a pair? Do you want to know anything about them? Let me know in the comments below. And as everyone always says at this point in a YouTube video, thanks for watching and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.